didn't. Okay, cool. Welcome back to another schema scalpel video. If you're joining the live, welcome back. Welcome to the live. I'm thinking of just moving the time up to like now, just after midnight New York. Then I can mark out all the levels, everything I'm interested in. And I'm also adding my prep for crude oil. Do that. So we'll start with pound futures. Crude oil, I'll also show you the whole process of my thinking. Let me just delete this, close this off. My thinking with crude oil and my logic and reasoning. Okay, cool. Let's check this actually. Let's check if the quality of the stream is good. I stream on a new system, a different system. Get notification. Can do 1080p. It's good. Okay, cool. It looks good. Can rewind, can fast forward, it's smooth. Cool. Got that. The only thing I'm not sure about is volume levels. Thanks, mate. Uh, let's get going. Let's get cracking. Let's get cracking. Let's start with TPO. Actually, make this big. So what we're looking for here is uh value area high, value area low. Let's delete that. Value area high, value area low. So with this kind of profile, let's split it up and show you now. Expand last profile, okay. No, it's not what I wanted. Let's expand all. So this is what I'm looking at. There's a big migration of volume here, and as you can see, value area high, value area low. Let this push up, accepts, goes through. So we're opening above. At midnight, we're opening above. I want to see it push down to that level and move away. So that's my first idea. If it gets inside, I want to see continuation to that virgin point control. Okay, that's my idea. Also, we have these. Oh, it's already traded too. Let's put that back. No, expand blocks, then expand. Okay, cool. We also have this. Mark it out. So this is a weak. Poor high, poor low. Where is that? Poor extreme. So that is a poor high that was taken out. So it could come and retest that level. It would be interesting. Um, yeah, this. I think that's good. Yeah. Yeah, single prints below value area, which could keep price inside that value area if it accepts inside. Okay, so that's what we have so far. We've got value area, got four extremes at the high. Boom. Now let's move over. This is my weekly. Oh, it didn't actually transpose the levels. Okay, cool. Just draw it in again. Let's clone that. Our weekly levels. You'll see it's a bit different. My view up is a bit different. Yeah, I'll change it on all the time frames. Let's just put this on in for now. View up is a bit different. Let's clone this one. Doon, 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 doon. As you can see, all my charts are back adjusted, so use back adjusted data. Out of that one, nothing really. It's the first day of the week, so we're looking at session profile more than that weekly profile, because the session and weekly will be the same. So monthly. So this is the monthly chart. You can see we are imbalance up, imbalance up. We're above that previous monthly value area. Well, let's actually adjust that. That's a bit off. It's a bit wanky. Yeah, I'm perfectionist. Sorry. Yeah, we're above that. So this is just clearly bullish. Not trying to look for anything on the monthly yet until it becomes more rotational and I can see something there. Maybe a reversal. That's the monthly, so I'm not paying too much attention to this. So weekly, not paying attention to monthly, I'm not paying attention to quarterly. I think, yeah, it's hitting, came to this area, it's +2. So when it gets to these areas, you want to see how in the previous quarters they reacted, and then in the quarter that we're in, how has price reacted to these levels. So you can see this was fourth quarter of last year. Price got to this +2 or -2, bounced, small bounce, pushed through here. So all of this, here's a bounce, that's a push through. So when it got there, 1, 2, 3, so one push through, 4, 5. So it reacted off it strongly, very close to the level 5 times, pushed through twice, and when it's on the other side, it reacted to it. That's last quarter. Let's look at last quarter's data. When it got to these levels, it was pushing this, push through, strong reaction, kind of push through, strong reaction, reaction on the other side, reaction on the other side, till it hit this level, or came close to that, hitting that level. Strong reaction, strong reaction, strong reaction, strong reaction. So I'm looking at this now and I'm seeing, okay, there's some strong reactions, and now let's look at this quarter. strong reaction, strong reaction, strong reaction, strong reaction, slight push through, just about reached. I think this could be a strong reaction. Let's erase all of that. Cool. Okay. Let's lock that in place. Add this as QPVA. So I've got my head and I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this level. When it gets there, I want to see a reaction and it could go short from that level. So that is 3612 or 3600, 3600, sorry. So that's 3600. Around that area is where I could be looking to go short. Could push slightly through, maybe not, but this is, I'm gonna move this over since I'm not looking at these ones too much. I think this is the more important one for now. Move this over and let's look at the yearly. Let's make it big. Oh, I didn't even throw this one in. Oh gosh. This one is yearly. So our imbalance up. We're pushing that extreme as well. As you can see, all the times. Okay, early on in the year, it did respect that almost perfectly. Respected that push through. Respected it here. Push through. Big push through. Kind of respected it. Push through. Just before, and this is just after, so I'm thinking it could push through a bit more and then reverse. So the yearly is something also I want to look at, but it's not giving me too much just because of how far out of this previous level it is. You can see it's already taken last year's highs. Is this all time? I think this is all time high. No, not all time highs. What am I saying? Boom. Yeah, so that could be a shorting opportunity. That could be a shorting opportunity. Yeah, which lines up with quarterly levels that we looked at. So let's erase all of these levels. I don't know how far back that's gonna go. So just erase, 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 erase. So yeah, you can see. Oh, I didn't even look at this one. Previous one, kind of respected it perfectly there. That's coming from always with being rotational. When the oh, it's kind of already established here. These trends are already established, so it doesn't respect it there. So like here, for instance, imbalance up, hitting that, goes back in. Now you have a push up. Right there, it came back. That's a retracement to go short to this level. It's almost an exact reaction. That's give me people may, so it could hold inside that. Let's look at the previous year. May, June. May held inside that. Let's look at this one. May kind of pushed through, but ultimately in June it held that and bounced from it. So I think this could be an interesting level to go short from. As more of a long-term perspective. I'm not looking at these points to like just have an immediate reaction. Like here, for instance, it pushed through and you could have gotten some sort of short there, push through here, some sort of short here, and these ones, yeah. So all through this time, your bias could have been like I could have had a short bias, get these moves. It's not. This is a big move, but all the others weren't as large. I think yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So these are the two that I'm looking at. This one, quarterly and yearly VWAP. What I'm looking at. Pum, 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 pum. In terms of levels for profiles out, and now exact levels for trading. So I'm on a 5-minute chart. I'm gonna mark out 1600, which is 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. New York time. 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. New York. Make that template 16 to 20, and then this one to midnight. So it's 20 to 0. That's the two projections I'm looking at. And we can mark midnight open. It's about there. I'm gonna mark exact levels just in a bit. To 1600. That is midnight open. New York. Let's move this one over. So as it stands, I've according to my VWAPs, my narrative is short, but market profile is giving me a long narrative. So either A, okay, let's do situations. So I've got situation A, which is long from value area high, or situation B, which is short from break of value area high. And how this would play out is that 3540, or let's just transpose this over, just make it easier. Sync in layout, and then visual current interval and below, so it'll take it off all these VWAP charts. So now I'm only looking at this two for now. So I only get long from down here. I'm gonna get long from inside here, maybe even here, and I want to get short from the same level here and then here. So on a reversal play, I'm gonna get long here. On a continuation play, I'm gonna get short here. So let's mark that out. Oh yeah, just delete, 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 delete. Here the 5 a.m. sorry. Clone, clone. I don't really want to get long from here. I think it's too close. I think I'm gonna have a bit of a pullback and then get long from these levels. So let's just mark it out. Long from here. Long from here. Long from here. Long from here. Put it to the left. And long from here. I think. Oh, I also didn't show you guys this. So if, let's say for instance, I'll just. No, I didn't do that one. Sun is still that volume profile. Just delete this. Let's say we've got a level. Like here, for instance, I think this is a good example. So it's midnight open. Mark that as midnight. Where is this? New York, New York, New York. Whoa, New York open. If you have a level like this, for instance, and it hits, but it's still within that sort of rotational phase, so still within this blue shaded area, you don't want to take those. You want to take it from outside that. So this kind of cream areas is where you want to take shorts as reversals. Continuations is another story, but in terms of London reversals, early day, that is what you're looking at. So up here would be that would be the short for the day, and you could target here and then obviously down here. This would be the long entry for the day. You target up here and then obviously up here, which wasn't reached, for the long reversal, short reversal. So this is kind of acting as a filter. Let's remove some of this drawing just getting confusing now. So this blue is acting as a filter to say, hey, don't take trades in here. This is where you want to go long, inside of this space, and inside of this space is where you want to go short. So while it's inside that band, you don't want to take it. So for instance, this orange, you see it hits there, but it's inside, so you don't want to take that. Up here is the orange that's good to take, and down here is the orange that's good to take. Also, I'll be releasing, hopefully very soon, a video about getting in on momentum. You will need a footprint chart for this, unfortunately, but I think it's well worth it. So that I do not want to get into. This is a no-go. That's okay. That's okay. Let's remove all of those. Let's mark this up again as my London open. Chart view back. Okay. So I don't want to go long from here. Do not want to go long from here. So let's even just remove that because I'm still within this band. I want to go long from here, and I would like to go long from here. That's cool. So I'm gonna go long from if we push through these eyes that are made, because they are, if you look at the profile now, even though the profile is still developing, you've got this. I should have actually marked it on stone profile. Look, you've got these um, sort of double tops. Actually, is double tops, but these are poor extremes. Okay. So now these are the levels I want to get short from. So that's what I want to get long from. So if I'm taking a short, I'm looking at these levels as my take profit levels down here and down here. And then these are my levels for going short. Yeah. Up here. Lines up with that. Um, Maybe here, but I think that's very close to the second one. So these are the three levels I'm looking at to go short from. I don't think anything else. I think this one might be the quote unquote best level because it's that 3600, which lines up with this 3600. Yeah, on the quarterly VWAP, the yearly as well. I look at this as slightly overextended. I don't think it's too much overextended. Like it could still go higher, but to me that's slightly overextended. Like, okay, so these are the levels I want to get short from. Delete that, and let's just mark out callouts. Short from area. So this is a short from area. And this one I'm gonna clone it, and this one is just short from level. Short from that area, short from that level. So that is. Oh, and then my continuations. This is going to be the levels I'm long from, because that's going to be a break back into valley area, and that will be from 8:30 till, or from 8 till 9:30. Sorry. That one. My two levels I'm looking to get short from on continuation plays. That's what I'm looking at. Possibly. So it's A, B. Actually, this should be switched around. So this one should be B, and this one should be A. Uh, so my first idea is obviously that shorts, which we actually could be seeing now play out while I'm live. So another hour till 2 a.m. So it's that short, and then whoa, short to value area high, and slight slightly below. Almost forgot how to spell slightly there. And then C would be the continuation. Jesus, Sal. Short inside. Short inside value area. So that's my. Oh gosh, why did that? Okay, there it is. Just drop frames there. I don't know what's going on. Short to value area high and slightly below, and then long from value area high is my second idea. If it just goes down, down without me, I'll try and get long from down here. If I can't, and I don't get an entry, I don't get an entry. But this is my ideas for the day. Okay, let's leave this back over. Let's do this actually. No sync. I know what levels I'm looking at. I know what VWAPs I'm looking at. So I think this should be a straightforward day. If we go lower, we go lower, and I get the move. If we go higher and I get in the move, cool. But what I'm looking at and expecting is also move down into the continuation. So even if we go higher, I think I'm gonna sort of cut early. Cut early and then just have some risk for shorting the continuation. Okay, cool. That's all she wrote for pound dollar. That's a good break for the day. Let's get into crude oil. So I still need to set these charts up. So you're gonna see how. Okay, let's say that first before something happens. Crude oil. You're gonna see how these charts look. It's slightly different. I use slightly different indicators. You can see I use VWAP. I'm gonna explain to you guys what these levels are on my cumulative volume delta. I need 6 screens, 4 at the bottom, 2 on the side. Yeah, that's the one. So it's remove that, remove this, this look larger. Alt R, just Alt R everything. Oh, I can just tap. Oh, there's some tricks. Yeah, some trading view tricks I'll bring up. I think I should make a series on that. Let's start again. Volume profile. Always start with volume profile. So that's this. Volume profile. Remove the VWAP. Actually, let's delete it off this because I don't need it on this chart. Usual settings. I never use that in auto. That's no good to me. Ticks per row. I usually use 3 or 2 depending on the volatility of the previous day. Point control. Yes, I need. Value area high need, value area low need. I need these two as well. Point control red, value area high, this dark blue, value area low, similar dark blue. No single prints on value area. Oh, sorry, poor highs, poor lows. I'll make those black. So I don't show initial valence, don't show volume profile. I think volume profile could be interesting, but only on days with sort of double distribution. Okay. Cool, placement left, later on trading hours. Yeah. So there are some with crude and gold. There are some interesting value area data. So it's like using time specific value areas just because of when the most volume is traded. I think that could be something I'm looking into, but not right now. So yeah, let's get into this. You can see naked charts. Let's remove all the drawings. Uzbekistan. Why am I getting messages from? Um, so this is today's. Just make it a bit smaller. Today's trading, Thursday, Friday. So I'm just gonna mark it out. Market value, market area. So that until 1800 to 1800 New York time. So that's my value area high, value area low. Oh, what is this line coming through here? I don't like this. That's price. Flipping it. That's annoying. How do I remove that? I don't want to see that line. Trading, buy, sell. I don't want to show any of this on this chart. Canvas, crosshair. That's right. Grid lines proper. Price. Countdown to block bar close, that's good. Plus buttons, I don't know where that is. Overlapping labels, that's fine. Previous day close, Okay, that's fine. Where's this thing? Value, that's the one, the line. Okay, cool. Not really interested in that on this chart. So let's have that out the way. Cool. So we've got value area high, value area low. That's the full value area. And now it's got this sort of double distribution. Here's a clean distribution. I think this was a really good day to trade because it sort of been just rotational from value area high to value area low. That could have been clean moves. So that one's clean. This one is sort of like a double distribution, but I'm gonna take the two and merge them just because there's no poor highs, no poor lows, so that's cool. Good value here. I think this one is iffy, but I think it's double distribution. Maybe I cut it here. So let's go into settings. Let's expand it. Oh, I could cut it here at 10 a.m. I have this on its own, and I have this whole area on its own, and get two distributions. I think that will be good. So split here. This creates a new volume profile starting here, and then I'm gonna merge these two. So this one and this one. Let's actually do this first. The last one. So these two values I can now merge because they overlap. So merge your previous profile. Takes a bit of time. You can see get decent value here. Yeah, I think that's good. There is excess. Yeah, there's kind of no excess, but it's also not a poor high. I don't know how to kind of trade these areas yet, like where it's just like one single TPO period. I actually have to go and look into that. Like if price will push through that or and it acts as a target or not. So let's go back in the settings. Let's not expand anything else. So that's decent value here, decent value here. So that stays on this chart. This one gets overlapped year to year, and I mark that as a split profile. And then this one gets marked as a sorry about custom composite, and then it's like 1.5 days. So I just make just to keep reference there, say 1.5 days. So this area is now of more importance to me, where the split profile is. Yeah, it could bounce through here, but if it breaks through here, I want to see it kind of have a reaction to that split profile, and then maybe go higher. Okay, let's zoom out a bit. See what it looks like. Cool. I think that's a good profile. I wanted to show you guys that. Oh, then I'm gonna have to how do I do this now? I think I can do it by this one. This is a good profile. Let's show you this one. So this was a good profile, yeah. Value area high, value area low, and you'll see when it like gets to these value areas, it depicts it more because of how balanced it is. It goes down, comes back up, touches there, goes back down, goes back up, touches there, and then when it breaks through, that's still respected and it goes higher. So where there's balance is where we trade, and where there's no balance, we do not trade. Okay, let's not expand any blocks. Okay, cool. I think it's a good balance. Point control. Actually, let's expand out pointer controls. For 12 minutes left. Okay. It's already an hour long. Yeah. So in terms of profiles, that's in. Now let's look at. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to fix all of this now. First one will be a 45 minute chart actually, which is 45-minute chart. Um, Weekly VWAP 1.5, 1 and 2, perfect. I actually don't like that how it looks now. I'm gonna remove those borders. Let's put that away. Okay, slightly glitchy now. Dropping frames a bit. It's fine. So this is the weekly level. Exactly the same thing that we did on pound dollar. Weekly. Now let's click on this one. Cool. That's dope. Uh, what was I thinking now? Got a message and it drew my attention. Mm, okay, get back into it. Get back into it. Okay, so that was weekly. It's to monthly. I'm not seeing any key levels yet or levels of importance. Obviously, this high and low. Okay, let's make the screen big again for those of you. No, I don't want to go Python tester. Not Python script. Obviously, that high and this low is important, but it's kind of far to be trading to on just on Monday. Maybe it trades to there. Maybe it trades to the high and then comes back down. Who knows? But for now, that doesn't look like any important levels to me. Let's look at monthly. Let's change that. That's proper. I don't like these anymore. This feels a bit tacky. Let's do this. These monthly. So right now, this is what is immediately in my face. Also, we haven't reached this high. That high hasn't been reached, which is noteworthy. Here it could bounce, come back, and then revisit this low of the previous value area. So that's something that I'm keeping in the back of my mind. I think this monthly, how far is that? So distance from where we are now, that's 60 cents. 50. Yeah, yeah. That could move up into that level. So this monthly is something I want to be watching. And as you can see, oh, let's make it big again. When it has spent like time, look at how much time is spent inside here. And in here you get something similar in terms of time. So it hits that, couldn't break, couldn't break, couldn't break, couldn't break. So all of this time it couldn't break. So right now, that's an area of importance to me. When it did break, bounced, went to an extreme here and here, and then just came back in. So don't want to say that it's not going to break that level. It's just going to be taking a lot of energy to break that level. And energy, I mean volume. Let's out of this one. Let's look at this. Oh, I need to do that also. So that bands are off. Cool. This will be quarterly. That will be 1.5 and 2. I want this on as well. And I want to see that on a 4-hour chart. Cool. So right now we're kind of in quote unquote no man's land. Quarterly, it bounced from VWAP. It did complete its rotation, so it could be heading lower. But the bounce from VWAP, let's just put this in. This bounce from VWAP is what I'm looking at. Every time it came there, bounced, bounce off this lower edge, bounce off the high edge. So this is gonna have more clean moves, even though we're in no man's land now. Maybe when that monthly hits its target up here, or not its target, when monthly hits its exterior band, we could see movement down, lower, into that monthly previous value area. So this is something I'm not too worried about unless I'm getting short. and then I'll look at this view app as like a first tussle between bulls and bears. You can see there was a really good rejection of that. Perfect actually. Nice, very close to perfect. And here at this extreme as well. Well, not extreme, this outer edge. Because the extremes are down here. It's like a outer edge. It's cool. Um, so this one I'm not really paying too much attention to. Maybe VWAP. I should actually mark up VWAP. Mark up VWAP as something I want to pay attention to. This one I'm not, so I'm gonna close that slightly, keeping this open, and then let's go on to yearly VWAP. All of these charts are back adjusted data. Yearly, you see it on daily chart, everything else cool. So okay, this gives me good insight. That bounce all this time, which is held below. Cool. Good insight, good insight. Just throw it across. So it's fine, and then we'll adjust it when the time comes. Yearly profile, okay. Let's lock that into place as well. Right here we have a rejection of it yearly, so it stayed in balance down. Right here, rejection of the yearly, and here we're also seeing it. So what we could see is a push up and then a push down. So that everything is saying in terms of narrative or in terms of idea, everything is saying short, short crude, short crude, short crude. Let's check this. Why am I every time checking my messages? Hey, hitting the game, hitting the game, hitting the game. So here you can see this reaction here, really good. Here push through a bit, but that was to reach that quarterly, and this one now is I think to reach the monthly, and then we might see a push down. So I think yeah, that's good for push down in crude. Not really expecting a lot more higher prices in crude. Maybe we could be pushing down to these lows. It's a stretch, yeah. I think these lows in the next month or two. Let's put it as a 2 month target. 2 month target. Put it like this. June, July, August. Yeah, I think that could be a good target for June, July, August, like July, August at 55, 54 levels. Also, how does it look previous years during this time? May to June. Oh, that's rallying. Okay. May to June. From May. That's rallying. It's rallying from start of May. Sort of bounce here. Not going very far. Lower. May here. It's a rally. Got a rally. Okay. So I might be wrong in a 2 month forecast, but let's. Whoa, what is that? Oh, that's. I remember this. That's COVID. That's COVID time. When it went negative. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, crazy times. Look at that. So okay, historically, it's kind of a push up here. Just looking at the past 3 years, 4 years, you see like more push up, but that's fine. So let's get into actual levels of trading. So you got that. Let's make the screen smaller. What there is here is what I am looking at is this area here. That's fine. So it's the monthly I can look at, the quarterly, and the yearly. So let's just space them sort of evenly. And let's get back into this daily chart. So what I'm going to show you guys now. Oh, the music stopped as well. Let's jump on this track. Okay, cool. Let's delete that. Oh, let's leave it in. Let's leave it in. That's value areas. So from 2 in the morning up to about 2 in the afternoon, that's when the highest amount of volume is traded in crude. Around 2:30, I think. Let me just, yeah, 2:30. Sorry, 14:27. Yeah, perfect. So the sort of, or quote unquote, regular trading hours for crude will be from 9 in the morning until 2:30 in the afternoon. So if you use those volume profiles, that could also give you an edge. If you use volume profile from that time, from 9 till 2:30, it's actually, let me show you now. So that's the complete thing. So from 9 till 2:30, you'll see the biggest moves for the biggest amount of volume. 2:30. So during this time, that's when the largest amount of volume is traded, and you can actually see this on. Let's open up a volume histogram. You can see that there. Actually, a bit early. Like, wow, it's so much earlier. It's very, very early. Maybe there's news on this day, Friday. Let's look at it here. Yeah, from 9 till 8:30. I think there's news on this Friday. I haven't checked the news actually. Oh, I need to put that in my prep. Always check it, but not on stream or when I'm streaming. You can see year to year, these levels, these areas kind of matter more. Not that they matter more, they hold up more. Let's say that they hold up more during this time. You can see like you can see here, it just pushes through, no problemo, and then here it kind of holds more. Here it holds, here it holds. Like earlier on in the day, it's kind of more messy. Messy, 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 messy. It's a low battery. Let me show you this one as well. So from 9 a.m. 2:30, you can see that's imbalance down, bounces from that valley area. Get that, and there's a push down. Get that, and there's a push down. Okay, cool. You'll see it kind of holds this more, and crude is I'm not gonna say more predictable, but much smoother moves during this times from 9 till 2:30. Yeah, much smoother moves. And you can see there's a big increase in volume. And then here's actually the most volume done during the day, which is weird. Oh, it's a Wednesday, my bad. Wednesday 12:06. That should be. I forgot now, I forgot. But yeah. These are where you're going to see the cleanest moves. Just like from level to level. And then this is what I use. Um, the CVD stands for cumulative volume delta. I don't know if you guys can see it. So what I have marked up is the 0, like between 5,500 and 6,000. That's another area where like more of a shorting area. So if markets are like pushing up, it was pushing up to that level, it kind of turns there a lot. So it won't just push smoothly through that 5,500, 6,000. Let's remove this volume because I don't like that. Don't like it being there on the chart. You can see it happen here, and then the same side, the same thing for the opposite side. But you need to put it in context where you are. So here you're imbalanced down. You hit that level, you're not just gonna go long here for no reason. And then you have this 8,500 to 9,500. That's, I look at more of neutral levels. Once it pushes through that, it tends to trend much harder. So it pushes through that, it trends harder, like here for instance. Push through, you get that revert back, and big trend after that. This is what I'm looking at. So down here, oh, let's make this full screen actually. Down here and then inside here. Same thing here. You get this push through, there's no reverting, the bounce from VWAP, trends hard. Okay, here same thing. Here it doesn't trend as hard. Here it bounces from that 5.5K, and here it bounces from like 5.5K. So this is like sort of what I look at as seemingly a value area high and a value area low. So it will rotate through these levels, and once it's above, it tends to trend, but up to this 8.5 to 9.5 thousand. And once it breaks that, I look at it as sort of imbalance up or imbalance down, and then you'll have quicker moves. And you can see it happen all over here. Like here, for instance, that's a short you could have taken. That's actually a really crazy area to short from. Right there, and then right there. Let's check the settings. I don't think it's, yeah, it's perfect settings actually. Am I? Boom, you get the bounce, and then this inverts. Also, when these levels are broken and they come back, they sort of invert. So if this is like a selling area where you get a push to it, it now becomes a buying area. Like, yeah, you get this push up, bounce here, you can buy some more, all the way into the close. Here you get that bounce, just up here, and then you would essentially take profit down here, wait for it to break, and then once it gets back into that sort of like a break and retest, once it gets back here, you could get short again. Or you could hold it until down here, but that's not much difference from this point. So that also shows that I'm going actually in depth with this thing. Okay. I think I'll make a video on this. So that's a 8k. See how strong push off of that level. Even though it was a big training day. And then the next day you could have caught that high. Strong push down. Yeah, that's low. And it pushes through. You could have tried and get short here. Try and get short there, and then try and cover your position and maybe even reverse it down here. Right here, you try and get short up inside this levels, and then long, obviously down here. Breaks that, comes back, try and get long here. Yep. So for today, haven't really. It's strange. Okay. Oh, and for me, what I do is I have this marked out, so it's a 9 a.m. to 2:30, and then I also have 2:30 a.m. marked out. My back coming old. I have this 2:30 marked out. Just a good area for me to start looking for trades and then look at where we are starting the day. So are we starting it balanced? Are we starting it with imbalance? Let's actually just put these over. I don't like having them all on one chart, but sometimes you have to do it. Sync in layout, and now what you want to do is after you sync it in layout, you want to set it to current interval and below, so it only shows on this chart and not these bottom ones. So I've got that, and I don't have the third one, so this one must still be synced. Okay, cool. So this is what I'm looking at. If you open inside, push up, go lower, go lower, go lower. That's what I'm looking at. That's the main idea for the day. If that doesn't work, I'm staying out the market. Or that, not if that doesn't work. If I get something contrary to that, I'm staying out the market. I don't want to go long. I don't think going long is the option today. Crude. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that. Yo, it's an hour long. Hour 10 minutes. Insane. Hope you guys enjoy that. Have a good day. Stay safe. Stay dangerous.